Good evening, everyone. This is take 3 for SOQI night, and I hope this one goes better because I know I talked for more than 4.5 minutes. So anyway, tonight we're talking about oxygenating the body with SOQI. My name's Mara. I'm a distributor for HTE, and the information I'm presenting is educational purposes only. I'm not trying to diagnose, treat, or cure any disease. And if you have a medical condition, talk to your doctor. So oxygen's huge for our health, so is water and food, but it's going to go oxygen, water, food in that order. So what are some symptoms of oxygen deprivation? A lot of people will get headaches, they'll have a tough time breathing, they'll have a rapid heart rate, they'll cough and wheeze, they'll be confused, they'll be very restless, very anxious. Sometimes they're going to have a lot of weakness and fatigue. Sometimes people will get bluish skin and fingernails and lips. A lot of people get chronic respiratory diseases, which causes them to have oxygen deprivation, like COPD, asthma, emphysema, sleep apnea, lung cancer. So the lungs are connected to the metal element in traditional Chinese medicine, and the metal element, besides the lungs, are also connected with the colon. And it kind of covers how the body receives and gets rid of wastes. So the job of the metal element is to protect our body from infections, and it does that through the mucous membranes of our lungs and our intestines. The metal element also regulates the energy of the body, and it regulates the emotions of being overly neat and organized, practical, defensive, difficulty expressing emotions, tendency to feel smothered. That would be an excess metal. A deficient metal would be more the person that seems hard of heart. They don't feel close to others. They're usually withdrawn. Think of someone who suffered a loss or grief and they're grieving. So I always like to put the element in with this because it kind of helps you understand the process of oxygen and breathing in the body. So how do we get oxygen? Well, through respiration. We actually breathe. It comes into our lungs. Carbon dioxide goes out of the lungs, and both are carried throughout our circulatory system in the body. Oxygen is actually inhaled. It passes across the thin lining of the air sacs and into our blood vessels, known by a process of diffusion. And the oxygen in our blood is carried around the body in the bloodstream through our red blood cells, which contain hemoglobin, which is why our blood is red. And these red blood cells are produced in our bone marrow. So oxygen goes to all our cells and tissues, and at the same time, the carbon dioxide molecules are transported out when we exhale. And the gas exchange, allowing the body to replenish the oxygen and eliminate the carbon dioxide, is necessary for survival. Without it, we're not here. And all the vital organs are actually involved in delivering oxygen to our tissues and our cells, including our gut, our brain, our bones, our lungs, our blood, and our heart. They're all working together because the transportation of oxygen is a huge job. Our cells receive oxygen through aerobic cellular respiration, and aerobic means with oxygen. And it's this respiration that exchanges the oxygen and carbon dioxide. And the oxygen's actually needed by our cells to produce the molecule ATP. And that our cells use that for energy, and that's also the body's powerhouse for energy. So since our gut, brain, bones, lungs, blood, and heart are needed in oxygenating, keeping our body overly healthy helps. So this is the first step in improving oxygenation, focusing on the food you eat and the water you drink. So both are essential for the process and impacting the health of our gut, our bones, our brain, and our heart. So you want to focus on eating healthy fats, lean proteins, whole grains, nuts and seeds, fruits, vegetables, leafy greens. Make sure you're eating antioxidant-rich foods to get rid of that oxidative stress on the cells, all those berries, all those colors of the rainbow. And you also want to make sure you're including fermented foods like kimchi, kombucha, yogurt, and sauerkraut. The other way you can improve oxygenation is keeping your respiratory system healthy. And you can do that by practicing deep breathing. There's something called percent breathing, where you breathe really slowly in through your nose, you hold, and then exhale out through your mouth. You also exercise, super important for cardiovascular and lung health. You also want to make sure your indoor air quality is good. So HEPA filters, top-notch vacuum cleaners, wear a dust mask when you're dusting. And you can also support the metal element with traditional Chinese medicine herbs. So they have metal increasing formulas, which people with immune weakness, chronic infection, tightness in your chest, wheezing, lung disease, history of smoking may benefit from. And they also have a metal decreasing formula, which may benefit people who are suffering from acute congestion or sinus congestion, coughing, sneezing, allergic reactions. So that's how you would use a metal increasing or decreasing herbal formula. There's also other herbs, which we discussed last month in our allergies, about herbicida, mullein, nettle leaf, and licorice. Those are very supportive of the congestion and lung health. And there's also herbs that focus on promoting circulation and oxygen, which would be ginkgo biloba going to the brain, CoQ10 for overall cardiovascular health, and red beet juice, which helps with the production of nitric oxide. You also want to make sure that the emotions of the metal element are balanced, and you can do that with essential oils. So remember, in the metal element, we have the person who's, withdrawn, and the person who's really overly neat and organized and anxious. So the Good Mood Chakra Blend would be perfect for this element. It's packed full of essential oils like melissa and petitgreen and neroli that are very anti-anxiety, antidepressive. There's also bergamot, which is very stress relieving and uplifting. You have frankincense, which is very grounding and meditative, that kind of pulls you back to the earth. And you would have rose geranium, which is really good for stress, and it's also promotes circulation, and it's a really good tonic for the overall emotional state. So you want to make sure that you diffuse or inhale these when you're using your SOQI products. This is my favorite chakra blend. I love it. I diffuse it all the time when I'm using the SOQI bed. So let's talk a little bit about the Chi Machine and improving oxygenation. Well, the Chi Machine promotes oxygenation, circulation, and lymphatic movement. And it's great for getting things moving and cleaning things up in the body. Dr. Inoue spent 38 years of research, wrote a book, Aerobic Respiration and Your Health, because he felt many of today's chronic health issues stemmed from a lack of cellular oxygenation due to poor cellular respiration. So the Chi Machine is all about movement. It moves the body in a passive aerobic manner, similar to swimming or running, that promotes the chi flow and increases oxygenation and circulation through the body. So when you're there and you're using the Chi Machine and you're relaxing and you're practicing this purse breathing in through your nose, holding it, and then out through your mouth, you're opening up those bronchioles, promoting that deep breath so you can maximize the oxygen intake into the lungs, which is going to transfer to the blood and to the body. The SOQI ceramic heater, deep thermotherapy with far infrared heat, because that's going to penetrate into the body, reaching all the soft tissue and blood vessels, strengthening your overall cardiovascular system, promoting detoxification through sweat, supporting immune health, wound healing, pain relief. It also increases the production of nitric oxide, which promotes a vasodilatory effect, helping to maybe with blood pressure and oxygen and nutrient delivery to cells and organs. So overall, far infrared heat is going to improve blood circulation, including peripheral circulation, stimulate your blood flow, providing more oxygen and nutrients to your cells. You can couple that with the SOQI far infrared heating pad. That's going to double the effects of these far infrared benefits by using them together. It's a powerful duo for improving circulation, oxygenation, and pain relief. The far infrared fur pad offers temperatures ranging up to 131 degrees Fahrenheit, and that penetrates into the tissue, warming you from the inside out, really promoting circulation to get those nutrients and oxygen to your cells. Beta-glucan. A lot of people think of beta-glucan just as kind of an immune modulator, but it's way more. It supports a healthy respiratory as well as cardiovascular system, both necessary for optimal oxygenation. Lots of studies have been done on beta-glucan. You can search the internet and find them, but they've been shown to help reduce the severity of upper respiratory tract infections and boost your immune system and function overall. And beta-glucan is going to be found in foods like our supplement, brewer's yeast, or mushrooms. It actually moves really slowly through your digestive tract, helping to stabilize blood sugar and reduce cholesterol absorption, which is what supports the heart health. And it also acts as an immune modulating agent, which everybody thinks of that. Aren't supposed to be growing in there. So this month for Mother Days, we've got super prices, but we've also got some Boost Oxygen packages. And the first packages is a Chi Machine, the ceramic heater, and 3 bottles of beta-glucan for $1,410, saving $500. Then you can have package 2, which is a Chi fur pad and 2 bottles of beta-glucan for $595, which is a savings of $235. Or you can get 2 Chi Machines and 2 bottles of beta-glucan so you can share the health for $900, a savings of $340. So I know this is my third one. I'm going to delete the first 2. And if you commented on the first 2, I'm going to put your numbers in the third video. So be sure to include your distributor ID in the comments to be entered in the drawing for a free fur pad. And I just want to give you a PS.